Light of Dawn, here we go.
Okay, we'll see here what can Geek and what can Onic do with the compositions that have been set for them. And I gotta say, one of my main concerns for Onic is the fact that Geek has the Faramis, but earlier on already, a lot of aggression here in the mid lane. I think Geek Slate, though, with the Faramis and the Kaja duo in the mid side, they are going to be able to clear and roam around much faster than Onic. And we've talked about this so many times, the fact that the mid lane clear is so important to be able to put that pressure. So far, Geek Slate, they have the better and the faster clear, and as well as the rotations.
Better mid control means you get to roam across the map a bit faster, and they utilize that almost instantly by securing an invade on the enemy jungle camp. Now, what I do want to talk about here is the Unbending Will by Luke. We actually just had a discussion backstage with Coach Chico about the Arlet. How does it work? When do you go for the Concussive Blast? When do you go for the Unbending Will or even the Festival of Blood? And here against this matchup, I think he has gone for a proper one against the Thamus. The Unbending Will, a bit more damage when it comes to these skirmishes, will give Luke a little bit of an upper hand, because when it comes to the sustained battle, it should be Luke with the minion wave.
But it still worries me, right? I mean, if he opted for that particular emblem, he's not going to be as tanky and not as good as the wave clear compared to the Thamus here in the early game. And you can already see that in the bottom lane, the Thamus already roaming around, whereas Onic now, they have the better, honestly, the setup is going to be faster compared to Geek Slate.
It might be a bit faster when it comes down to just pure setup, but again, it is also Janna who has a bit of a lead against Kyrie when it comes to clearing the jungle camps. Now Kyrie, very dependent on the purple buff, he's going to be forced to jump on the purple buff first. This does give Geek a bit more to play with.
Well, it seems like Kyrie will not be able to jump into the turtle in time. Janna securing, but in the backside here, Feather Airstrike connects T-Boy, flickering away. Look at the front side, Voloisky gets taken down though, Shadow Kill. Just to have some more space, T-Boy gets taken down. Luke finds the double. Wow, Geek Slate manages to respond back.
Wow, already 1-for-2 trade in favor for Geek Slate, and they were able to get... Oh! Luke goes crazy! Another kill on the board. And I get it now, I get it, okay? He has a little bit more flexibility when it comes to the sustainability in the team fights because of the emblem that he has chosen. And it's shown, right? Already 3-0-0 here in the early game.
Exactly. That's why they picked the Martis, right? Because they know the carry is going to be the XP or the gold lane, actually, for Geek Slate. Now, the Unbending Will with more damage, it's exactly how you put it. Thamus, better in lane, but Luke, all he's going to do is clear the wave, recall, or follow through with the setup that's already placed down by Boots. Now, I believe that was a mistake by Boots. The main reason this Thamus got picked is to stop the Arlet. It isn't to set up for the objective.
We'll see here again. Sam was already clearing lane though bot side. But yeah, after that exchange, Geek Slate, they were able to get the neutral objective, get the kills as well. Onic though, they need to find this compensation. Gold lead wise, it's still balanced, I must say.
Yeah, they have to be careful as well, right? Because when they set up for that 5v5 team fight, remember Voloisky. Oh man, Luke, look at how much damage he's doing!
Boots still holding on, doesn't even pop the Vengeance, but it seems like there's gonna be investigative. T-Boy catches one, caught Alter forced there. T-Boy finds the suppression, but he gets he's still okay in the backside though. It's gonna be the shutdown. Boots finding the kill there.
And again, it just basically is the matchup we spoke about in the draft. Boots is going to win the 1v1, but Kadira here all alone.
Oh my god, and Kadira will have not enough time, there are not enough resources to escape. He's going to be taken down top side.
Back to my point, right? All Boots needs to do is force Luke into those 1v1s where he is going to have a significant advantage. That's just how the kit has been built around, especially with the Vengeance that he went for. It is very good for him, but the Lloyd now might just be caught. He doesn't have the Divine Judgment, but a boy is here.
Okay, no casualties so far there in the exchange on the top side. Realizing that San's already level 4, he has the Feather Airstrike and is going to be able to zone out the members if a Geek Slate doesn't have the Flicker and the ultimate combos down to a T. But you can see here, Chidera actually moves down to the EXP lane. Why is this?
Good lane swap. Honestly, looking at it, again, knowing that Luke is going to have a very tough time in lane against Boots, they just swap it out, giving Chidera a bit more XP to play with as well. Notice when they made this lane swap happen, it's towards the 5th minute, so he only lost one whole gold buffed cannon minion, and at that point, he would have lost it anyways. The Ardent was sent right up when Chidera got dove, so that they don't lose that gold buff, and so that Chidera can obviously set up back in that bottom lane.
And on top of that, remember, Carrie's passive does increase based on her EXP. So having the carry in the XP get the passive as fast as possible is very important. But look at this, Boots.
Oh my god. Oh, he gets outplayed though, finding one before himself. Got the L as well. 1-for-1. Kadira for Boots. Onic wins it.
And that's why I'm not really a big fan of the Purify pick here by Chidera up against this composition, right? You're up against Kyrie, Boots, Sans, Keyboy, and CW. Probably the only time you'll ever need to use the Purify is on Keyboy.
Oh my god, Sans. Pop the feather airstrike just...
Oh my god.
He might outplay this. Kyrie jumping in time. A Boythor will secure the kill. And he managed to defend the top tier 1. And that's, again, Onic just trying to somehow getting those small wins. Another turret collapsed in the bot side, and Onic, they are able to equalize this.
It's good right now for the side of Onic. They are trying to weather the storm as much as possible, but honestly, it feels a bit like Onic are still lost, right? They are getting kills across the map, but Geek Slate, their composition is built with better scaling and better team fight. Onic need to utilize Kyrie and most importantly Boots. These two heroes in team fights won't really have as much impact as they do in the early to mid.
Oh, but look at the talents prediction here. 3-4 versus 2 here. Bonnie still thinks that Onic has a better chance of winning this out. And so far, it's difficult, right? Because in my opinion, right now, Geek Slate are in the 7th minute. Meaning with how many, I would say, quote-unquote, fighter heroes they have in their kits, they are going to get that power spike a little faster than Onic. Whereas Onic, they have to wait for CW. I do see that the Golden Staff has been secured. And maybe that's what they've been waiting for, to pull the trigger and try and be as aggressive as Geek Slate is playing right now.
Again, though, if you take a look at the items here, you're right. The DHS has been built up. Boots wants to go in, though.
Oh, we have to be careful here. Geek, they are on the retreat. Keyboy flickering with the Siren's Race. Call Alter pops. Suppression comes through, but it's going to be Sans finding Beloyski. Boots in the backside, front side rather. Keyboy catching another. No clear follow-up in the backside. Take a look at Jana trying to move on towards CW. Keyboy will fall in the front side there. CW, will he be able to escape this? Luke. Oh, damage though, Blazing Duet combined with the Feather Airstrike, finding Jana. Sans picks up the kill. It's going to be 1-for-1, but earlier, Beloy gets taken down, so Onic again winning regarding the team fights.
It could have been worse for Geek Slate if Chidera didn't have that Purify. We were talking about why Chidera opted for the Purify, and that's exactly why. Keyboy always finds a way to be able to get that Tyrant's Rage revenge onto the important members, and he actually did, but Chidera was able to Purify out and therefore turn it around and get Keyboy taken out instead.
Still not a fan of it though, right? I mean, yes, Keyboy, he was able to escape from that, but the Flicker does basically the same thing. You can Flicker out, and plus, it's just Keyboy you need to be wary of with the Purify. For one whole battle spell for one member on the enemy team, I feel like it's a bit of a waste, but still, you can see now that Onic aren't stopping.
He'll play. Kadira, half HP. Kyrie wants to jump in. Suppression comes to
wow.
Ultra Pop, and Keyboy dies under the turret. A very great, excellent response by the Geeks.
Very, very good cult alter by a boy. He instantly saw the gang coming through. He was able to pop the cult alter in time and actually prevented a pickoff on Team Chidera. And that is the synergy from Geek that actually makes them really, really strong. And looking at this now, Geek Slate, they're actually the first ones to position for this Lord and take it uncontested.
No roamer means you have no pressure here, and Kyrie actually even loses that purple buff. Jana didn't even utilize the retribution to secure the Lord. It gives so much more room. And also, again, this is why the Kufra pick is high risk, high reward. When you are able to get your targets, it's amazing for your team. But once you jump in with the Tyrant's Revenge and you do not get a pick, it's over. You're dead, most probably with the catch that Geek Slate has. That's what they want to play with. They want Keyboy to engage first. They want to be the reactive team.
I know it seems like Geek Slate is winning in terms of economy. Look at how many turrets Onic has to their name right now. And I think this is the Onic that we know and love, right? Even though it seems like they're behind, they always play the macro game, they stay composed. Onic has been in this position so many times, and Onic has been out so many times, but Beloyski!
Flicker, Divine Judgment, and Keyboy flickers away. Not enough damage comes through. He survives. To go to the outside though. Boots with the vengeance. Luke gets taken out. Onic now 5v4. But take a look at Kadera. Will be taken down by that shadow kill by Kyrie. Onic again wins the team fight.
Well played team fight again by Onic. Like you mentioned, they had more map pressure, and Geek Slate trying to utilize that. Knowing Onic had more map pressure, they try to subvert Onic's expectations by using the conceal and flickering onto Keyboy. Now, unfortunately for Geek Slate, the target wasn't the right one. They did get Keyboy, and they wanted to get Keyboy because it just gives so much more room for Geek Slate to play with. I understand the targeting, but the damage was simply not enough. They didn't put as many resources as they needed to take Keyboy down, and that, in the end, basically gave Onic more room to punish with Geek Slate overcommitting.
It's tough, it's tough, it's tough. Even Chidera doesn't have the right opening in to get in as well because of how short her range is compared to someone like Sans, as once again they're going again in the bottom lane.
A lot of free sports are spent though. Beloyski still surviving. He survives for now.
Wow.
Take a look at the re-engage here, perhaps from Geek Slate. Going on towards Keyboy, still okay, no casualties there. Again, Onic needs to target them, I guess, Beloy, I guess. Wasn't the right target, but now Sans with the conceal heal, trying on towards move, on towards Luke, and Luke will be the first one to fall surely.
No way.
No way! Okay, a lot of time bought. CW here gets taken out. Jana now trying to find a retreat.
What
Yeah.
1-for-1. Oh, Kadera in the backside. Wind of Nature popped here to secure that shadow kill. Onic losing that trade.
That was such a fast response by Onic though. But once again, Suppress goes in and Kyrie is the one to fall. But back to my point there, it was fast response coming in from Onic. It was a Kyrie 1v1 against Luke. Luke seemed to have a little bit more damage because Kyrie didn't have his ultimate just yet, and the insta response and the insta collapse. But unfortunately, Geek Slate was just too quick, as once again they go in.
See, Sans flickering away. Keyboy still has an immortal call. Ultra pops from the left side.
No vengeance.
Boots trying to find soak damage. Let's see who will get the Lord, and it's gonna be Jana. Boots now finding a kill onto his boy, but he gets taken down as well. Kadera finding the kill. Keyboy down at 2. Double kill though for CW, finds a triple. Will this be a maniac here, completed by Sans?
Oh my goodness.
Luke with the shutdown. Now it's gonna be another member from Onic, Kyrie left standing.
My
Man.
God.
Wow.
Even when Geek Slate have the man advantage, they're not able to fully punish Onic. Onic once again with boots. We mentioned, okay, maybe in the laning phase he's gonna be good, but he's got such a massive lead on Luke and on everyone that he's able to utilize this to basically stand there menacingly, dealing damage and not taking as much, even without the vengeance. I mentioned during the team fight, he didn't have the vengeance. Let's take a look at Boots. This guy was definitely the standout in this team fight. He was standing in the midst, buying so much time. Sure, the Lord went to the side of Geek Slate, but with everyone dying in this team fight, Boots has done what he was meant to do. Here, brilliant play by Luke. He saved that final slash. I think in the earlier skirmish as well, he didn't utilize the flicker to get out, and I wanted to bash him for it if he died, but he didn't. He calculated perfectly. Beloy wants more.
Fine judgment here, Boots will try to survive in the front, try to buy time as well. CW finding Kadera. Boots again in the front side, but oh, Luke flickers defensively. The shadow kill is too deadly now. 3 down from side of Geek Slate. Onic, the yellow porcupines, they were able, not just defending, they were able to also win the team fight, though they have to lose the base turret bot side.
Yeah, that's scary. Losing an inhibitor turret this late in the game, we've seen it too many times where teams start to go for that split push strategy. So now Onic, they need to be extra careful when it comes down to the map awareness and the clearing of these side lanes. But the one thing that I wanted to mention is I thought that Boots Thamos wasn't great in team fights. Sure, he doesn't have that presence in the fact that he doesn't have like this big CC initiation engage potential, but he's able to buy so much time for his team to deal out the damage and waste so many resources from Geek Slate that in the end it was worth it for them.
How he's able to do that is the items. Take a look at it, right? The Queen's wings built up as well. He's just going for full sustain as well as the Radiant armor, which is very, very interesting because he doesn't really have a lot of physical defense. Only the Dominance Ice. He even built the Corrosion side just to deal even more damage and also slowing, giving utility back to Geek Slate in these team fights. But still, he's able to take so much. I think the reason he doesn't go for more physical defense is because he knows he's up against a carry with true damage. Boots, he just wants to walk them down. It doesn't matter. If he goes for physical defense, the true damage goes through it anyways.
E-Boy again with the Flicker skill 1, finding Luke. It's already 5v4 now. Seems like Geek Slate, they do not want business, and it's not a good time as the Lord has spawned, so Onic might have to say more in this Lord fight.
I mean, look at that gold instantly shift back onto Onic, right? 2,500 gold lead, and they're able to control that bottom lane really well. I think they're going to go for a distraction play here, get a pick, and it looks like Sans is going to start it up.
Oh, Sans flickering away for that Feather Airstrike. Let's see though, Geek still with 4 members only. Boots trying to open up the map. Sans with the wing, fire wings, moving on towards the members. Boots, Vengeance pops as well, soaking the damage just to zone the members away. Onic, comfortable Lord tick.
Wow, honestly, well played here by Onic once again. They are playing it slow. The team fight up top, earlier when Beloy engaged, I actually thought it was going to be good for Geek Slate, right? It started with Boots getting caught, their frontliner gone. Even without Boots actually falling down, it's fine. The frontliner's out of the team fight. They got the base turret as well. But Geek Slate, that one pick off, that X factor for Onic, the Kufra, found a pick. And just like that, Geek are now back with the map pressure on the hands of Onic.
Onic, base turret mid-side, gets taken out. Let's see, Geek Slate, will they be able to defend this one? It seems like they will be able to defend 2 base turrets, and Onic will not look for an opening for a fight just yet. They understand the defensive power that Geek Slate has with the fast clear, with Kadera, with also Luke, with also Beloyski.
Yeah, so much map pressure as well, right? And look at this, Sans just goes in and starts bursting the members down. They're able to clear out a little bit better, but not enough to be able to hit for siege. But Beloyski looking for something else again on the map.
Keyboy.
Almost there, no. I think both teams here just for the cover. No commitment on towards the fight just yet.
It's a great skirmish there. A good defense by Geek Slate. Onic again trying to utilize Keyboy as much as they can, but again, the longer the game goes, the more Keyboy can actually utilize these bushes. But it comes down to Geek Slate understanding that and reacting to that. The real-time win probability says it's 70% to Onic, but honestly, I still think it's 50-50 right now. I don't think the real-time win probability is too accurate in this particular game because both compositions have built pretty solid comp for the early, mid, and the late game. Everybody has the significant, oh my god!
Oh, Keyboy finding 4! And take a look at the damage he comes through. Thankfully, there's called Ultra though. Now it seems like there's a re-engage with Luke finding the final flash. 1 for now 1. Keyboy pops the Immortal here as Geek Slate will gun him down. 2 for 1. What an engage by both of the teams. Geek Slate winning that one.
Oh, huge win for Geek Slate here. Remember, CW is not around. Unfortunately for Geek Slate, it's still 35 seconds left for the Lord to spawn, and they need to look for something with the man advantage that they have. Beloyski, he's looking for Kyrie. Do you think they're gonna get him?
Oh, Kyrie, M4 Hayabusa, will this be another juke? Let's see. Geek Slate, they're on the manhunt here. Kyrie running for his life. He is able yet again to survive this time.
Good movement. Unfortunately for Geek Slate, they weren't really going to be able to push in the waves, knowing that the Forza is still up and knowing that Boots is in that top lane constantly clearing. So Geek Slate made the right decision to go for Kyrie. Unfortunately, they did not have the resources necessary to catch up to him. Here though, Geek Slate with the composition, they're going to go with the man advantage as well.
Oh, no contest. But take a look at the fight here. Call Ultra Pop. CW will mount Beloyski down with the help of Boots. 5v4 Geek Slate, they do not want business. They're okay. But Lloyd for Lord, it's a reset.
Man, but 34 seconds, 33 seconds. I hope he comes out in time. 20 minutes have already elapsed. And Onic, I think they realized that they couldn't go for the contest, so they went for the pick instead. Still though, even though Geek Slate were able to get the Lord, Onic Esports, they're the ones with more map pressure. It's insane.
Only the roamer taken down though, so Geek Slate can still utilize this evolved Lord. Beloy's gonna be up soon, and with that feather airstrike, it means that Geek Slate will have a bit more room to play with. Chidera though, way too far. Luckily, Keyboy doesn't go for the flicker, knowing the Purify is still up and ready by Chidera. Still Onic with a brilliant micro play, or macro play you could say, with the wave manipulation, clearing bot and top just to isolate that Lord. As we take a look at the items once again, wow, Boots, super aggressive. He sold his Boots to go for the Windtalker here, knowing that he wants to just dish more damage out in this team fight instead of just soaking it. Meanwhile, for the Arlet, that Thunder Belt, and even the Melphic Roar with a Hunter Strike, a lot of penetration.
Oh, expression comes through. Sans when his Stretcher pops as well. Luke at the backside will take a lot of damage. Well, take a look at Boy, finding one. Oh, Boots soaking all the damage. Luke, though, will fall as well. 1-for-1 as of now. Boots has the Immortal, but Kadira still beating with his Stretcher just to somehow buy enough time. He gets taken out. CW blazing duet defensively. Sans still surviving. Kyrie finding a Boy in the backside. Once more, perhaps, but no opening. CW, whoa, very crazy.
Oh
no
my goodness.
But it's like, seems like he will be taken out. Kyrie jumps again. Jana gets taken out. Mega kill for Kyrie. And that is still, I feel like, Onic winning slightly.
Yeah, and I think they're looking for more here. Beloyski has nowhere to run, as Kyrie and Sans definitely going to take him down, and that's almost all the members on the side of Geek Slate taken out with a big play coming in from Kyrie.
That was pretty solid though, because Beloy, he knew he was dead. He knew it was the end, but he baited so many of the resources. That's a Shadow Kill and the Feather Airstrike, giving the minion wave in the mid lane more power. If that Feather Airstrike wasn't popped in by Sans, that could have been the mid lane tier 2 still surviving. So it's small wins again for Geek Slate. You might say Onic still have the gold lead, but in the 22nd minute of the game, the gold lead does not matter at all. Everyone has hit their full items. It comes down to, again, how both teams utilize their macro play, how they open up the map, and how they go for these cheeky picks, which Beloy is known for.
3,700 doesn't matter at this point, but look at this. Luke goes in for an additional item here. Is that going to be useful for him in the upcoming Lord take?
Looking at it, it's really iffy, right? If they can utilize it, yes. Because right now, it comes down to, again, how they're able to play around the Kufra. The Kufra is the main weapon from Onic that they can utilize to catch members, and they go.
Oh, careful here, Feather Airstrike pop early. And let's see, will it be enough? Boots trying to soak in, trying to distract Jana. CW dealing damage as well. Take a look at the damage already. Beloyski looking for an angle here. But it seems like the Lord will be reset. Oh, suppression comes through. Oh, Keyboy again.
Cancel.
No follow-up damage, though. Boots gets taken down. Now CW in the backside, dishing out damage. Kadira on the manhunt now. BMI to save the day. Kyrie jumps in. Sans as well. Luke trying to feel out damage, dish out damage here. But it's going to be 1-0. Geek Slate wins that one.
1-0, 1-0. It's the XP laner traded, and this is where we really see the Tams fall off, right? In these team fights, he's already starting to diminish when it comes to his impact. Luke, though, my goodness, a good preemptive flicker from Sans. CW has sold his boots, he's bought the Windtalker, he wants more mobility and more attack speed to dish out damage.
What I've noticed is that CW is very focused on getting Luke down. I think he's a main winning condition for Geek right now. That's why he picked up the Blade Arm, because of the damage coming from CW. And look at him when he's free. Look at how much presence he has.
Oh, Sans is low though. Keyboy catching two, not cleared up. Follow-up damage just gets caught by a Boy. Finds the shutdown. Kadira takes the Keyboy as well. And take a look at the 2 members, 3 members taken out. Geek Slate, they might go for this. They got the Lord. They are 2-man advantage. They have the man advantage. Let's see. Can Sans and Boots defend here with a 2-man defense? Bot clear. Mid clear. Seems like they're okay with the two Winian wave. Clear. Geek Slate moving. Boots to soak in the damage. Engine swap gets the stun as well. Immortal and with a Swunjin is bought. Just to buy time, but Luke will find the kill. Mid turret falls, and Geek Slate will have a say in game 1 on it.